Ben Brown is a 200-centimetre Tasmanian with strong hands, a long run-up and a taste for goals.
Ben Brown! They're in front!
Since debuting as a Kangaroo in 2014, Brown has represented Australia in the international rules and topped North Melbourne's goal kicking in the past 3 seasons.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Easy. Thanks for having me.
How good's winning?
So good, much better than losing. So yeah, last weekend was fantastic, really great.
Hey, tell me, how much of a difference is there for you when you get home after a win as compared to after a loss? Are you able to compartmentalise it, or are you very different after a win or a loss?
Yeah, it's funny. I'm actually working on that this year. And on a serious note, like, I've been talking to the club psychologist about it, because my wife after games would say in previous years, look, you've got to work on this because you're inconsolable after losses.
Really?
And, yeah.
Like
so
actual tears, or?
Look, maybe not quite that far, but it was getting to the point where I actually that was something I needed to work on. So
Lucky
yeah,
you don't play for Carlton.
And look, yeah, it's definitely better when you win.
So how was it manifesting itself? Were you just flat as a tack moping around the house? Or?
Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, doing a lot better with it now than probably early in my career, which I think is probably similar for a lot of players. Taking losses really hard and taking bad performances really hard. But yeah, it's a bit about growing up, I think.
Hey, Good Friday footy, it's a massive clash for North Melbourne, and the Good Friday appeal, it's something pretty close to your heart as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, my family has had, I suppose, direct contact with the Royal Children's Hospital. My little cousin Grace was diagnosed with leukemia when she was 5, and spent a fair bit of time fighting that. At times we thought that she wouldn't actually get through it and survive, but she's 14 now, just had her birthday the other day, and just recently got the all clear that it's all gone. And the Royal Children's Hospital is a big reason why she's still alive today and still with us.
Benny,
so it's really important to me and to us as a club.
I was born with a tumour wrapped in my spine, and my tumour was removed at the Royal Children's Hospital. So the reason I'm on this desk, to be honest, right now, is because of the awesome people that are there as well. So everyone, please give it a go.
Because it is a big one. Now, I've got to ask you, now on the weekend, Brendan Goddard had some pretty strong things to say about you, Benny, accusing you of flopping or staging during a contest. First of all, how did the comments make you feel when you found out about them?
I suppose you try not to let those kind of things affect you too much, you know, and it probably, like early on, like something like that does I suppose strike a bit of a nerve, but you know, I think I'm actually dealing all right with it, and you know, I never want to take away, like, people are going to make comments on the game. It's part of what makes our game great, is that we get fans involved in discussions, we get commentators involved in discussions. You never want to take away people's right to have an opinion.
So did you feel like you flopped or that you staged?
No, to be honest with you, Narrowly, I've never thought in my life about going into a contest and going, oh, I'm going to milk this for all it's worth. I went in probably on the weekend with a bit of a plan in that situation, that Riley O'Brien's a pretty big bloke. I didn't think I'd stand much of a chance if I was going to wrestle him one-on-one, so I thought I'd jump at it, got a push, and yeah.
So when you see that vision, how do you feel looking back at it?
Look, to be honest,
it's not too bad.
Well,
he just got you at a stage where you were jumping. Like, he got you at a perfect spot.
Yeah.
And, mate, you're a forward. Forwards don't get free kicks. Milk whatever you want.
You've come to the right bloke here.
What did you think looking back?
Oh, it looks a bit ridiculous, but a lot of what I do looks pretty ridiculous.
I mean, it looks pretty damn good too.
Well, I mean, I'm a lot of arms and legs, and that can look a bit funny at times.
At one point, Brendan Goddard said, "Play like a man," and a few people have had a bit to say about that. But to be fair to Brendan Goddard, if you do go back and look at the vision, he might have had a point. Let's take a look at it here. It's a a little. I like it. And straight through the middle. That's what counts. Straight through the middle.
Yeah, mate, you were just talking a little bit earlier about how you deal with losses, and I remember early days when I was a young fella, and we used to when we lose a game, I'd see all the old players sitting there and their kids run in. You just had and it makes everything feel a bit better, but I didn't quite get it then. But after having kids and having a loss, and you've just had a little baby Isla, December last year, and look at that little cherry. Mate, going home to your daughter must feel a lot better even after a win or a loss, because football's not everything, but your family and your kids are. Have a look at her. Cute. How are you sleeping?
Not too bad. She's actually been pretty good so far. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It does provide that little bit of perspective, and I suppose to think about those that are most important to you. And you know, it's probably taught me the last 3.5 months how important family and
she won't know when Dad wins or loses. Just as long as you come home, that's all that matters.
Exactly right. No, it's been great. It's been more than we could have dreamed of.